In the tranquil night of March 8, 2014, Kuala Lumpur International Airport was immersed in its usual serenity. Anxious passengers eagerly awaited Malaysia Airlines Flight MH370, scheduled to take off at 0:41 bound for Beijing. Among them were families returning home, business travelers, and those who, like the rest of us, hoped that the promise of a safe and routine flight would be fulfilled. The Boeing 777-200ER, one of the safest and most reliable aircraft in its class, was ready to transport 239 souls across the skies of Asia. The engines purred gently, prepared for the ascent into the sky. Under the starry sky, experienced pilots and a dedicated crew made the final adjustments, following the meticulous protocols that govern each departure. Luggage was loaded, meals prepared, and security formalities completed. Amid the apparent tranquility, no one could have predicted that that night would become a landmark in the history of modern aviation. At 0:41, the engines roared with silent determination, propelling Flight MH370 into the night sky. With its wings gliding elegantly across the runway, the plane quickly gained altitude, gradually disappearing from the view of observers on the ground. For the passengers and their families, it was a trip like so many others, a common commitment to the destination. But then, something unusual started to happen. An hour after takeoff, MH370, which should have entered Vietnamese airspace, did not make contact as expected. Initially, the lack of communication was met with understandable calm. However, the minutes turned into hours and the hours into an agonizing wait. Air traffic controllers tried in vain to establish contact. No response came. As the plane crossed the Strait of Malacca, a vast expanse of water dotted with remote islands and rugged peninsulas, the truth slowly began to reveal itself. Something was terribly wrong. This is the story of Malaysia Airlines Flight MH370, a saga that transcends the limits of time and space. A mystery shrouded in enigmas and speculation, challenging understanding and imagination. As we delve deeper into this narrative, we are reminded of the fragility of life and the unpredictability of fate. Join us on this journey as we explore the events that led to the disappearance of MH370, the theories that have emerged to explain the unexplainable, and the lessons we can learn from this tragedy. Pre-flight procedures continued as normal. The crew, led by Captain Zahari Ahmad Shah, a veteran of over 18,000 flight hours, made final adjustments to the cabin while flight attendants ensured passengers were comfortable and safe. As engines were started and navigation systems were checked, few suspected that night would become a watershed in the history of modern commercial aviation. Feeling smooth and controlled, the Boeing 777-200ER gradually gained altitude, slicing through the night air as it moved away from Kuala Lumpur. In the passenger cabins, the hum of the engines was comforting, a familiar reminder of the sophisticated technology that made modern air travel possible. MH370 took to the skies, breaking through the first layers of clouds. The pilots communicated regularly with air traffic controllers in Kuala Lumpur. As MH370 crossed the Strait of Malacca, its presence on air traffic control radars began to become less clear. Regular radio broadcasts, until then constant and reassuring, began to become sporadic. For those monitoring the flight, the loss of contact was initially seen as a minor technical problem. Communication failures can occur for a variety of reasons, and a short delay in the plane's response was not uncommon. When it became clear that something more serious had happened, aviation and rescue authorities were immediately notified. A search and rescue operation was launched, focusing on MH370's last known position. News of the disappearance began to spread quickly, generating a wave of anxiety and speculation among family and friends of the passengers on board. Search and rescue teams, coordinated by authorities in Malaysia and neighboring countries, mobilized to scour the vast ocean for any traces of MH370. Meanwhile, in homes and offices around the world, family and friends of passengers faced an agonizing wait. The uncertainty about the fate of their loved ones was unbearable. As days turned into weeks and then months, the mystery of MH370 continued to capture the public's imagination. The aviation industry was forced to re-evaluate its safety and emergency response procedures as government officials debated the political and regulatory implications of such a significant incident. As time passed and the official search yielded no results, rumors and theories emerged about what could have happened to MH370. Some have suggested catastrophic mechanical failures, while others have speculated on the possibility of deliberate human interference. Conspiracy theories began to circulate, further fueling public speculation and general bewilderment regarding the case. Faced with growing international pressure and incessant media coverage, search and rescue efforts were intensified. Surveillance satellites and sonar equipment have been deployed to track the seabed in potentially relevant areas. However, the vast expanses of the Indian Ocean and adverse weather conditions significantly complicated search efforts. Another line of investigation focused on possible mechanical failures or catastrophic incidents that could have caused MH370 to disappear. The plane, being a Boeing 777-200ER, was considered safe and reliable, but not immune to technical problems. Experts explored several hypotheses, from failures in communication systems to structural problems that could have led to sudden loss of control or incapacitation of the crew. The search in the Indian Ocean was one of the most challenging in aviation history. The vast expanses of water, harsh weather conditions, and depth of the ocean presented significant obstacles to search efforts. Even with the use of advanced technologies, the task of locating the wreckage of MH370 proved to be extraordinarily difficult. Despite extensive search and investigation efforts, the mystery of MH370 continues to fuel theories and speculation. From conspiracy theories to assumptions about technological failures or even deliberate human actions, the possibilities are vast and varied. The legacy serves as a constant reminder of the need for continued vigilance and adaptation to changes in the global landscape. Our journey into the mystery of Flight MH370 now comes to an end, but the lasting impact of this event will echo for years to come. As we continue to search for answers to what happened that fateful night in March 2014, we also remember the lessons learned, the lives lost, and the enduring power of human resilience in the face of adversity. As we close this chapter of the story, we are reminded of the complexity of the universe in which we live. The mystery of MH370 challenges us to embrace uncertainty and seek knowledge beyond known boundaries. May the lessons learned from this tragedy inspire us to build a safer and more understandable future for everyone. Thank you for watching and for joining us in this exploration of the mystery of Flight MH370. If you like this video, don't forget to like, comment, and share. Subscribe to the channel for more fascinating content like this. To the next.